Right before something big, you feel it, a test you spent all week dreading, the moment before you walk on stage, reaching out to shake a hand that really matters, your palms go damp, and without even thinking about it, you wipe them on your jeans. You have been told your whole life that sweat is how your body cools itself down. Sweat comes out onto your skin, it evaporates, and it carries your heat away with it, and that is true. But look at what just happened to you. You were not hot, the room was not warm, you were not overheating, not even a little, and still your hands got wet. Here is the strange part. The sweat on your palms does not run on the same system as the sweat everywhere else on your body. It answers to something completely different. And your palms, along with the soles of your feet, carry the highest concentration of sweat glands anywhere on you. Hundreds of them packed into a single fingertip. And they almost completely ignore heat. You can warm up a whole room and they stay dry, but make you nervous and they switch on in seconds. So if it is not about cooling you down, why do your palms sweat when you are afraid? The answer changes what you think you know about your skin, your grip, and an ancient alarm system you cannot switch off. Let's start with the sweat you already understand. Most of it really is for cooling. When you get hot, glands all over your body push water onto your skin, it evaporates, and you cool down. That system is real, and it works beautifully. Scientists call it thermal sweating, and it is driven by one thing, temperature. But there is a second system hiding underneath the first, and it has nothing to do with heat at all. In 2012, two physiologists, Machado Moreira and Taylor, set out to catch it in the act. They sat people in a room kept perfectly comfortable. Not hot, not cold. A temperature where the body has no reason to cool itself down at all. And then they gave those people something stressful to do, hard mental arithmetic. Under pressure, they measured everything, and the body's core temperature never moved. There was no heat to get rid of. And yet, within seconds, the palms began to sweat. That is the whole mystery, right there in one experiment. The cooling system had no reason to turn on. So something else did. Because your palms are wired differently from the rest of you, the glands there answer only to your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight wiring, the same circuitry that fires the instant you are startled or afraid. Heat cannot switch these glands on. A feeling can. This was never your body cooling down. This was your body reacting to a threat, which leaves the real question, why there? Why the palms and the soles of your feet? The exact two surfaces you grip with and stand on. That is not a coincidence. That is the answer. Here is the beautiful part. Your skin grips best when it is slightly damp, not dry and not soaking wet, just barely moist. And this is not a guess. Engineers have measured the grip between a human fingertip and a surface over and over, and the result is always a curve. When your skin is bone dry, it slips. When your skin is soaking wet, it slips, but in between, with just a thin film of moisture, the friction climbs to a peak. That peak is where your grip is strongest. In 2010, a team of researchers led by Andre measured exactly this, and they found something remarkable. Your fingertips do not just happen to land on that perfect moisture level by luck. They aim for it. When you reach out and pick something up, your skin quietly adjusts its own moisture, adding a little where you are too dry to hit the exact point where your grip is strongest. Your hands are constantly, invisibly tuning themselves for the best possible hold, and you can watch it break in the other direction too. People who sweat far too much from their palms, a condition called hyperhidrosis, do not grip better, they grip worse. Their hands have slid right past the peak of that curve into the slippery zone, which proves the whole idea. There is a perfect amount of moisture for grip, and your body is always trying to hit it, so your nervous sweat is not a malfunction. It is not your body leaking at the worst possible moment. It is your body preparing your grip just enough. Your palms do not sweat to cool you down. They sweat to help you hold on. Now put the two halves together and the whole thing finally makes sense. When does this grip system switch on? The instant you feel fear, stress, a jolt of surprise, fight or flight. Now think about what fear meant for almost every ancestor you have ever had. A jolt of fear meant that in the next few seconds, you were probably about to run, to climb, to fight, or to grab, and in that moment, a body that instantly prepared your hands and your feet for the best possible grip on a branch, on a rock, on a weapon, had an edge over a body that did not. That is what is happening when your palms go damp before a test. It is not really about the test. It is a survival system hundreds of thousands of years old, firing right on schedule, getting your hands ready to grip a danger that is not even there anymore. And this reflex is so automatic and so honest that we built machines just to read it. When someone is hooked up to a lie detector, the wires clipped to their fingers are not measuring their heartbeat. They are measuring the sweat on their palms. Every polygraph ever run is really a palm sweat test. The moment a hard question spikes your stress, your palms answer before your mouth ever can. Although, and this part matters, that sweat can never actually tell a lie from the truth. It only knows that you are afraid. A guilty person and an innocent, terrified person leak the exact same signal. And it is the same ancient wiring that raises the hair on your arms into goosebumps, the same system that pulls your wet fingers into wrinkles, your body, again and again, quietly preparing you for a world of things to grip and threats to escape. So we call them sweaty palms, and we are embarrassed by them. We wipe them on our jeans and hope nobody saw. But we have had it backwards this whole time. That dampness is not weakness leaking out of you. It is the oldest survival reflex you own, switching on to help you hold on. So the next time you are about to walk on stage or open the exam or reach for a hand that matters, and you feel your palms go damp and your first instinct is to wipe them away, stop for a second and remember what they are actually for. Not nerves betraying you. A system older than language, quietly getting your hands ready to grip whatever comes next. Your own body preparing you to hold on, and most of us spend our whole lives wiping it away.